our next session, we will look at the theoretical perspective, past, present. Under leadership, we have got key leadership theories. Same with motivational theories. There are a lot of leadership theories. There are over 10. There are more than 10 leadership theories. However, we picked those which will be in line with our day-to-day activities, those which are more prevalent. Because for one to develop theories is through research. These theories, they are modified. You as a leader, you can come up with a certain theory. That's how these theories came about. Hence, you find that next to the theory, there is attached a name to it. That means so and so came up with that theory. And theories, as I've already indicated, they are interrogated. We look at the pros and cons of theories. Hence, we have research. As leaders, we need to do research so that we develop our institutions, our departments, and even also to increase or improve our knowledge. We've got what we call threat theories. Then we've got style theories, situational contingency theories, transformational leadership, ontologic leadership. As I've already said, that there are over 10 leadership theories which are available. The trait theories. It was studied in 1990 to 1950, whereby the theory relies on saying leaders are born to lead. Leaders have a certain set of physical and emotional characteristics that were crucial for inspiring others towards a common goal. They are useful in self-awareness, particularly if traits are drive, motivation, integrity, confidence. So, hence, you will find some others referring it to the great man theory. However, because when we make a research or a presentation, we need to balance it to say not only men are leaders. Hence, in our next slide, we look at the controversy over male and female leadership traits. Rosner made a research that female leaders are better at sharing power and information. Yes, we have seen that in this century, we have the drive of having equity in terms of leadership position, that we need to uplift women to positions, which on its own has got benefits to our institutions. However, that equity has to come by merit. Later research found no significant differences in the leadership styles of women and men. So women did not fit the female stereotype, men did not fit the male stereotype. So now this tries to address that whether we are led by a male or a female, we are all of one God. We all have got the capabilities to lead our different departments, ministries, and so forth. Then we have got what we call style theories. This theory is based on two types of behavior. One is the task, two is the relationship. So now the combination of task relationship that determines effectiveness. If you combine the task and the relationship, then now at the end it will determine the effectiveness. It is believed to be learned and cultivated. However, this style theory, you cannot be born with it, but you can be taught how to now combine task and relationship. Situational or contingency theories. This one was discovered by Fielder's contingency theory. Performance of the leader depends on the degree to which the situation gives the leader control and influence. whereby now we look at favorables of the situation. The leader's basic motivation, that is to either accomplish the task or having supportive relationships with others. In other words, it's task or relationship motivation. Now the challenge here is to match the leader with a suitable situation. Easier to move the leader than to change the leader's style. So that's what situational contingency theory is about. However, here, still under this theory, Fiedler argues that the leader's effectiveness is dependent on the interaction of the leader's style and characteristics of the situation, defined as leader-member relations, task structure, and leader position power. Authentic style leadership. The key behaviors of an authentic leader, we'll look at them. The central component of an authentic leadership is genuineness. That if you are genuine, that is what you are, which means every authentic leader is different. We have seen leaders, how they behave. I can make an example of globally. We had leader, President Barack Obama, we had President Nelson Mandela, we had President Gabriel Robert Mugabe, we had President Muammar Gaddafi. The list is endless, but their uniqueness, their authenticity is different from each other. You can't compare one to the other. That's what we mean that if you are genuine, that makes the difference. Hence we are saying genuineness means every authentic leader is different. However, there are several markers that these leaders tend to share. Authentic leaders now, they demonstrate behaviors which enable you to have trust in them all of the time. The examples which I've given, I've given examples of global leaders which we have seen in our lifetime. We can agree that they had what we call the demonstrated behaviors which enabled us to trust in them all of the time. What do I mean by to trust in them? Is that if you believed in their philosophy, you will trust in them. So it doesn't mean that all global leaders you need to trust, but if you follow, because a leader, we have said, a leader has got followers. If you are a follower of that leader, it means you have got trust in that leader. They also take ownership when they've made a mistake, and they share responsibility for any mistake. They also show the necessary courage to push further up the leadership chain, to question the current status quo, or to defend their people or processes. Authenticity is the alignment of head, mouth, heart, and feet, thinking, saying, feeling, and doing the same thing consistently. This builds trust, and followers love leaders they can trust. That is according to Lance Secretary. So this is true, hence, as I've explained, that leaders, they need to demonstrate behaviors which enable their followers to trust them. Hence we say they have that uniqueness and they are different from one another. We have got transformational leadership. We have got transformational leaders who are capable of charting new causes for their organization. These leaders are visionaries who challenge people to do exceptional things above and beyond the plan. They raise each other up to higher levels of motivation for resident outcomes. the behavior, there is charisma, intellectual stimulation, individual consideration, self-confidence, self-direction. Transformational leadership is also likened to what the nursing profession knows as a steward, a sheep or servant, the servant leadership, because it does have so many similar characteristics or factors. Transformational leadership outcomes, we have got what you call job satisfaction, that you have staff members who are satisfied if now you exhibit or utilize the transformational leadership. There is quality of life because there is engagement, there is empowerment, and staff retention, because staff here, they are valued, their contributions are considered, they are given a platform to make an input. There is resident satisfaction. The ultimate goal of transformational leadership is for the leader and the follower to discover meaning and purpose in relation to their work, in addition to growth and maturity. That is according to Atkinson Smith in 2011. So this entirely explains that if you are a leader and a follower, you dialogue, you are partners, in fact, because you work in relation to one goal, and your purpose is one. Transformational leadership is viewed as the most effective model of leadership because it recognizes the importance of rewards. It goes further to satisfy the higher needs of the follower by engaging this person emotionally and intellectually. That is according to Suraska 2008. There are 5 practices of transformational leadership. Firstly, they build relationships and trust. This is a critical leadership practice, the foundation on which the other practices rest. Relationships include those formed between individual nurses, on teams, and in internal and external partnership. You need to build that relationship and trust. You need to trust your staff members. They must trust you too, because of transformational leadership. And it creates an empowering work environment. It depends on respectful, trusting relationships amongst people in a work setting. An empowered work environment has access to information, support, resources, and opportunities to learn and grow. In a set that supports professional autonomy and strong networks of collegial support. So, a transformational leadership creates that empowering work environment. It also creates a culture that supports knowledge, development, and integration, whereby it involves fostering of both development and dissemination of new knowledge and instilling a continuous inquiry approach to practice where knowledge is used to continuously improve clinical and organizational processes and outcomes. The fourth one is leading and sustaining change, whereby it involves the active and participative implementation of change, resulting in improved and clinical and organizational processes outcomes. The last one is balancing the complexities of the system, managing competing values and priorities, whereby transformational leadership now entails advocating for the nursing resources necessary for high quality patient care, while recognizing the multiple demands and complex issues that shape organizational decisions. That is, proper use of evidence is key under these balancing of complexities whereby now you look at competing values and priorities. Organization that support this, that is, it validates the nurse's critical role, as I highlighted in the other sessions, the role that is played by the nurses globally, even in the country, is very, very critical. And apparently, there is no country in the world who doesn't have nurses. However, we do have countries who don't have the army. That shows the critical role played by nurses, that health is key, but war is not necessary. Supply sufficient human resources. Provide the necessary information and decision support. They also create a culture and a climate conducive to effective and efficient nursing care.